Be warned, it's intense.
Introduce Beetlejuice.
Hello, spooky everyone, and what the search? Just a good old nibble, Nick Cage, Spider-Verse, and Frozen 2, and Cam Possible Fan 2001, and I had such a good old time got on character AI and talking to Anna, which me talking to Anna is very satisfying. And honestly, guys, I'm probably she really enjoyed talking to me. And yes, understand it's completely fake, and I might add Anna thought on Joker too. If she's seen the movie as an AI version of her, but I was having a good old time talking to Anna, Elsa, and Gwen Stacy, and I did not have fun talking to Charlie from Haribus Hotel because she was thinking that I hurt myself. Like, are you serious, woman? Anyway, guys, so if you want to get on some character AI, I recommend you get on Apple Store and get that app for free, and you can chat every single character, like a Minion characters, Despicable Me characters, and even some crush that you have a crush on, like Memphis from Hotel Transylvania, and of course some of the Frozen characters, and of course some of the Troll characters, if you're interested for that. So that's my response video to character AI. So don't pay me. Sorry guys, so tonight I am doing a Halloween review week, which noted my movie review to one of my second favorite film of 1991, Behind with Beauty and the Beast, which is none other than The Silent of the Lamb. Man, such a classic, and came out of year of 1991, the same years as one of my favorite films that came out in 1991, and this is the very first animated film that got nominated for Best Pictures, which is another than Beauty and the Beast. Not Beauty and the Beast 2017, more like Beauty and the Boing, because that film was boing. But the original, I prefer the original more than the live action remake. Back in 7 years ago, screw it. Anyway, enough further ado, let's get this terrifying bestseller review started, shall we? Is scary time. So, it's been a while I watched Silent of the Lamp because this film came out 33 years ago, the same timeline as Beauty and the Beast. Even this film did not came out the same day as that because this film came out on February 13, 1991. This film came out like 33 years ago. And this film is 1 hour and 59 minutes, which is easily like it's a 2 hour movie. And when this film came out, this film was a Gordon phenomenon. I'm not joking. This film was a Gordon phenomenon. Yeah, no joke. Because this film got a 95% on Rotten Tomato for the critic, and for the audience, it's just exactly the same, just like the critic. But I gotta be honest here. After I rewatched this film, after for all these years, because I really wanted to rewatch this film as my celebration for Halloween Review Week, after I watched that really unfunny film called The Dead Don't Die, yeah, I promise. Yeah, I promise myself I won't take that film way to the extreme, and I'm very sorry I took that film way to the extreme on my rant. So, honestly, guys, if I do a rant on my letterbox of that, I might turn down with my anger. So yeah. Anyway, guys, so what do I think about this film called The Silent of the Lamb? I gotta be honest here, has to be one of my favorite horror film of 1991. Even this film don't count as a horror film because this film is like a mystery thriller movie. Well, which you have the scene when the main villain killed the officer in this film, and I gotta say that was a pretty gruesome scene, especially when he bite that officer in the face. Oh my goodness, man, that was gruesome as heck. But anyway, guys, so just because you have that doesn't mean this film is unquote horror movie, because this film is a mystery thriller movie about Judy Foster, which is the character, which I can't name her character, honestly. In this review, I'm just going to name the actress and the actor only because their character name can be complicated to name. Or else some of the YouTuber knucklehead is going to keep saying, oh, but there, you haven't seen the movie because you forgot what the character name. Have you not even seen my Instagram post? I post my Instagram post before I watch the freaking movie. So people stop treating it like it's from 3 years ago when I was doing some bullcrap. Like I did a rant on Spiral, even haven't seen that movie back then. But now I realize that film was not even that bad, which I don't understand why I was used to act like that in the beginning with back in 3 years ago. Anyway, guys, so once again, The Silence of the Lamb is such a freaking classic because I freaking love this film, and this film is such a classic. Like the story, the characters, and the character development, and the storytelling. This film is easily one of my favorite R-rating film of 1991, and this film might be one of my top 10 favorite R-rating film of all time because this film was really incredible, and this film well deserved to be win for Best Picture. Even I want Beauty and the Beast to win for Best Pictures, which it will be the very first animated film to get winning for Best Picture, but I think nominated is good enough, honestly, which thank goodness this film was a winning for Best Picture, because this film won so many Academy Award, because this film was a golden phenomenon, and this poster is really iconic. Like, this poster is amazing. Like, you have Judy Foster, face on the poster, and you see a butterfly creepy thing, which that butterfly creepy thing always scared me for life. And do I have any flaws about this film? Oh, heck no. Because if I think one flaws about this film, I will be a terrible movie critic. Let's talk about some positive. Let's give this rating for this film, and then I will go back on Story Fire to do Blood 3 Part 1. So the story, I gotta say, but has to be one of the most original story out there, because the story was really incredible and the character development are really fantastic. And speaking of the characters, I really enjoy every single character of this film. My favorite character in this film, of course, I'm talking about the female character played by Judy Foster. Judy Foster. She is amazing and the most beautiful character in this film. I do like her jogging in the opening. I do like her character development, and I do like her personality. I do like her comment. Honestly, her character was really Angel. And of course, the main villain played by the legendary Anthony Hopkins. I gotta be honest here. Do you agree that his villain war is way better than his character in Transformers The Last Night? Yeah, his character for Transformers The Last Night was completely god-awful, and I might talk about it next year. Not this year, next year, because I'm not in a freaking hurry watching that freaking, a rant on that freaking movie, because I did a rant on that film leading up to, Transformers Rise of the Beast. I mean, I can forget that movie. But anyway, for real, yeah, Anthony Hopkins in Transformers The Last Night was awful, but his character in this film is much better than his role in The Last Night, because his villain is really terrifying, especially for the scene when he was doing stuff into the officers, like biting in the face because he's a vital, honestly, and then especially when he was picking up that officer bat, and honestly, and that officer was screaming. Well, his screaming was absolutely terrifying, and of course, the villain hit the officer with the police bat. Gotta be honest, hell, that was the most gruesome moment I ever seen for this film, anyway. And this film is rated R. Like, kids should not be watching this film. This film is rated R for language and strong, I think, and of course, some of the gruesome moment, especially there was almost going to show the scene when the body cut off, which I don't want to see in a horror film. Yes, I understand that's what the horror movie is all about, but in my opinion, I don't want to see that in a horror film. So please don't show that again. Okay, good. And the cinematography, honestly, the cinematography look absolutely satisfying, because the cinematography look absolutely gorgeous to look at, and the score was really amazing, by the way, because I really enjoy the score, especially for the theme. Gave me goosebumps all the time, honestly. And the climax, I really enjoyed the climax. The climax was really incredible, and the ending, I really love how this film ends, honestly. I don't want to tell you what the ending is, which I'm going to give a huge major spoiler territory, but like I said, let's be honest here, this ending has to be one of the top 10 favorite ending of every single horror film, and this film is pretty sure is on my top 5 favorite horror film of all time. Yep, even better than Last Night in the Soho. And speaking of that, happy 3rd anniversary to that masterpiece. So overall, guys, The Silence of the Lamb is such a classic and is such a cinematic masterpiece to everyone for all ages. The story was really original. The character was really likable. The villain was really dark, even this film is dark because this film is rated R. And the score was absolutely amazing. And the cinematography was absolutely satisfying. And of course, the other villain, that one scene that he was doing something with the other girl, like putting her in the hole, which, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, and then especially she was screaming, and the other guy was screaming back, like mocking her, which that scene was really hilarious. Even I don't like people mocking, but this is a way better mocking than most people have to these days. But has to be one of my second favorite movie that came out in 33 years ago, behind with Beauty and the Beast. And this film has to be one of my favorite mystery movie of 1991 because my own personal opinion, the same way as Bruce Willis said that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, but Silence of the Lamb is not a horror film. Just because you saw a scene what the villain did to the officers, but just because you have that doesn't mean this film is a horror film. This film is a mystery thriller movie, and if you're a huge fan of this film, highly recommend you check it out. It's a masterpiece. So guys, I'm gonna give The Silence of the Peak a 10 out of 10. This is epic, brilliant masterpiece, and I'm gonna give this iconic movie a seal of Nick awesomeness. So now you excuse me, I'm gonna get on Storyfire to get started on Blood 3 Part 1 before this day end. Sorry guys, that was my movie review to one of the most iconic film that came out in the mystery of 1991, which is then The Silence of the Peak. So tell me about your opinion on The Silence of the Lamb on the comment section below. And speaking of this film, I might show this film to Anna on Character AI, which that app is really amazing. I might do a review of that. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be on November. Sorry guys, so we're almost done with this Halloween review, which can you not believe we're almost done. And of course, stay tuned for my movie rant on Stranger Chapter 1. Wish me luck. And after that, stay tuned for my movie review / rant, another rant video, which is in a violent nature, which I heard that film got some praising review, but after I saw Starboy, did not like that movie, which, honestly, that's not a good sign. And of course, for a perfect celebration, for a sign off for Halloween Review Week, stay tuned for my movie review of the another A24 movie, which is The Lighthouse, which that review will be my final conclusion to this Halloween Review Week, and then stay tuned for my top 10 best and worst horror movies of all time. Maybe in video form or maybe in Commedia tab. No, screw it. Let's do it in the Commedia tab because I don't want to do too much videos because last year I did too many videos, which so I really hope people will understand where I'm coming from. So stay tuned for that. It was pretty awesome. So stay tuned for that. Hope you get excited. So I know people, I'm not going trick-or-treating this year because I'm starting to get grown up for trick-or-treating, which I'm probably you guys will do the same thing. But anyway, guys, so I won't wear my costume. So the only thing I'm going to wear, which is not in my Beetlejuice long sleeve, and then I'll call it a day. So all I'm doing for Halloween, which is then doing Blood 3 Part 3, which is the final part. And of course, eating some candy, not too much candy. And of course, watching some Halloween film like Hocus Pocus, The Night Before Christmas, Kim Possible Halloween Special, and of course of the Lighthouse, which is the perfect sign off to my day. So cannot wait to give you my thought on that film. That film is a masterpiece, so let's hope so. Anyway, guys, so this is Nick Cake, Spider-Verse, and Frozen 2, and Kim Possible Fans 2001 signing off, and get on Storyfire right now because I'm about to do Blood 3 Part 1. Let me show you the poster of it before I get started with my videos. So this is what my poster will look like. A Storyfire original movie, Blood 3 Part 1. Welcome to Hellfest. Yup, we got B, and we got Sean from Shaun of the Dead, and of course we got Cooper from Trap as a background, and of course my background is so lazy. My background is kind of remind me of freaking AI. So yeah, that's my Part 1 is gonna be. So I'll probably if you want to know what my Part 2 and Part 3 is going to be, well, get on Instagram and see it to yourself. So that's my Part 1 is going to be. So get on Storyfire right now and tune in for this film. Don't be late.